Wait, for real?
All right. Sup, punks? Welcome to RockMental. We're here to listen to some music, talk about our feels, and just have a good time. So, I'm Chaotic. I'm your resident metalhead and ADHD brain.
Hey, I'm Mayhem. I like a little bit of everything. Let's see, from Lady Gaga to Gojira. This thing doesn't like me, though. Anyways, like a little bit of everything. Bipolar PTSD, just a lot of stuff going on.
I'm Groompy, your local emo. And as such, usually in my feels, some bouts of depression. But all in all, I like a little bit of everything as well. Wu-Tang Forever to Green Day.
Now, when you say local emo, do you mean local like your local area emo, or local like you're crazy?
Oh,
Or both.
both. I like a little bit of everything. Okay,
Hey, it's true.
music.
Musically, it's
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Good morning.
all right.
Good morning, Bane's Menace. Welcome to the stream.
Hey,
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
back.
Cool.
guys? Happy Sunday.
Figure, what you got back there?
Oh yeah, I'm Figured. I'm the producer of RockMental. Yeah, I've got pretty much everything they got, and a little bit more too. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, well, as Mayhem figures out this thing on his
I don't
mic,
know what's going on over there.
well, just want to quick shout out to our.
Hey, just get rid of it. Don't worry about it.
Here, give it.
You got it? Yeah, just get rid of it. Don't worry about it.
Cool. Well, as we deal with that, we want to welcome all our old friends in the pit. Welcome our new friends in the pit. If you're new to the live stream, show us some horns, show us some love, say what's up. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, and make sure you get notified on all our shit that comes out. So without further ado, let's see let's carry on. Megan, what you got?
Going on to our mosh pit mentality mantra. For those of you who are new to us, we believe the mosh pit is a perfect analogy for life. It is loud, it is messy. There's a lot of people making a lot of connections in there. It can be a little scary sometimes looking in from the outside, but once you get in there and you see what's really going on, you just see how beautiful it is. People in there
Yep.
raging, helping each other out. And I guess the unspoken rule of the mosh pit is if somebody hits the ground, you help them up.
Pick
It
'em
doesn't
up.
matter who they are, who they voted for, who they love, what shirt they're wearing. It doesn't matter. You put your arm out, you pick them up off the ground, make sure they're okay, and you rage on. And that is the perfect analogy for life. This is the community that we want to build here, the
That's
mosh
right.
pit. And we've created this mantra that goes along with it. So everybody put your horns up. Everybody in the chat, if you wouldn't mind, throwing a horn up for us. And repeating after us. If you hit the ground,
If
You hit the ground,
put your hand up.
put your hand up.
If you see a hand up,
If you see a hand up,
put your hand out.
put your hand out.
Ask.
Ask.
Answer.
Answer.
That's how we rage to see another show.
That's how we rage to see another show.
Nobody
moshes alone. That's right. That's what we're all here for. All this crazy world. It's loud, like Mayhem said, but we got each other's back, and that's all we can do. So,
Yes, sir.
all right, Grouper,
All
what
right.
you got?
Guys, a little bit about today's show. Obviously, as always, we'll talk about a little bit about our weeks, anything emotionally that or what went on in our minds this week. We'll give out some resources, some mental health resources for anybody who may need and help and may need them. And lastly, we'll listen to badass music, guys.
That's right. That's right.
We did our week's worth of research to bring you guys some awesome bands, and we'll put them on display for you, and we'll tell you guys what else we've been listening to, and show you our playlist. We do have a new discussion topic that I think everyone's gonna like.
Yep.
It may bring a lot of childhoods,
All right.
because let's be honest, a lot of us listen to music
Yeah.
Yeah.
through video games.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
What's up?
A lot of good stuff.
What's up, Sebastian?
What's up, Seabass?
Seabass,
What's up, dude?
hey,
There you go. We got Seabass joining the crew.
Hey,
yes, sir.
All
From
right.
Dallas. All right.
Let's do it. All right. Cool.
All right,
Big-
yeah. So my turn, right? Yeah. Follow at RockMental Official on everything except for Twitter for obvious reasons. And then at rockmental.com, you'll find most of our stuff, like our posts and things like that. You can find a little bit more about everybody.
That's right.
We also have our music playlist there too, if you want to check those out. So
Go
yeah.
there. RockMental.
Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe the stream. It really helps with our engagement. We're trying to hit 2,500, I think. We're almost there.
Almost there.
So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Cool. All right. Let's get started here. If you all
Sir.
don't notice,
Mhm.
we got some new stuff
New
go on
merch.
here. If you all have gone to rockmental.com/shop, on our shop, on our official shop, you've seen a bunch of shirts. We've been sporting it. Here's one of them right now. Groompy's sporting it. We also got some brand new hats. So check these guys out. We got some kind of crazy psychedelic ones. We got our kind of emo angels and devils one. We got a nice little dad hat I'm sporting because I'm a dad and I like rock. And they're going to be available rather soon on our shop. So watch out for that. And you know what, guys? I feel a little spontaneous. What if we do something?
Oh,
What if we do something?
we'll do it for
What
the
are we doing?
for the fan or for the brand.
A little bit of both.
A little
Oh.
bit of
bit of
both.
both.
All right.
Okay, how about this? Check
Right.
it. We need everyone right now, listening right now, go on to Instagram, follow us on at RockMental official. Give us a follow. How about we throw out a video sometime this week?
Okay.
We're not going to tell you when, but we're going to throw out a video. Maybe we'll put it on shorts too on YouTube. Why not? We just want to make sure that those of us who are following us, we're going to get rewarded. How about we throw up a promo code?
Ooh, promo code.
We'll throw up a promo code sometime this week, but you got to follow us on Instagram and YouTube to check it
Yeah.
out. All right. All right. Don't worry. We know how the social media machines work. Okay. We'll set it just for our followers. All right. You got to watch it. We'll put a promo code out there. That way you guys can get a deal on a new hat. How about
I
that?
like it.
That'd be
How
cool.
about we give away a couple hats?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a promo code for a couple of new hats. How about 5?
You're wait, 5
Ooh,
free
five.
hats.
New
5
hats.
free new hats.
So how about this? We're going to put the promo code on. Means you got to go copy it, go to rockmental.com/shop, order your hat, and the first 5 people
with the promo code.
will get a free hat. How about that? How's that sound, guys?
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Cool. We just make up stuff over here at RockMental.
That's how
Spontaneous.
all the successful podcasts do it.
That's right.
Yeah, right?
We're just copying them. Okay, cool. So a lot going on in the world of rock, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of breakers at that time of year after Valentine's Day. You know,
It's like
The romance is over.
it's like Mercury in
romance.
retrograde or whatever the fuck that is.
something like that.
Oh, we got
The love's
Oscar
gone.
Love
from
is gone.
Albuquerque.
Oscar, what's
Oscar.
up?
Hey,
What's up?
From the
505.
505.
That will be
alright.
in the Albuquerque area, I believe.
Yeah, around there, northern New Mexico.
All
I
right.
believe.
Yeah.
What's
There
up?
we
Okay.
go, what's up?
Cool.
So, anyways, we're about to get to talk about some breakups. So the big one last week was Mastodon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
with
that's
Brett
right.
Hines.
Yeah, we went over
Yeah.
that one.
We went through that, and they got in a fan to
Mhm.
fill in on
Oh,
guitar. I mean, he's really good. Don't get me wrong. He's throwing us some stuff. He's really good.
Marky Mark movie style.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get a fan in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Brent Hines, he is not, but he
got-
he held his own. You have to admit.
Oh, okay.
He's
With a
pretty
band
good.
like Mastodon, though, they've been around for a
long
while.
time.
Yeah.
So to fill those shoes, I mean, those are some big shoes,
Yeah.
and on top of that, a founding member.
Yeah,
No kidding.
That's rough.
that takes
That's
some.
rough.
That takes some cojones.
Yeah,
For real.
but we've had a couple of other ones for not really great reasons. You had the jaw breakup.
Yeah, I saw that
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I saw them cancel their shows. I didn't know they're like breaking up.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I saw some breaking news on YouTube. I forgot the gentleman's name, the creator's name, but wow.
This is a guitarist, right?
Yeah, the guitarist apparently doing some
Not so good human
Pretty
being
not
stuff.
okay
Not-
things.
Not okay things.
First off, there's the money.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
allegedly stole some money.
Also,
Not cool.
don't take our word for it. Go check their post on Instagram. It has the whole story.
Yeah,
It's like-
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Revenue.
This is not speculation.
there's not speculation. The band themselves put this out after they announced the breakup, and apparently there's some financial stuff using band money for like a certain site for people to sell certain images and videos of themselves.
Oh, yes.
And if you're going to embezzle money,
don't be dumb.
First off, I
Don't
get
leave a paper
everybody-
trail.
Everybody's got needs, man. Don't
Which
get me
is
wrong.
fine.
Which
Not
is fine,
judging.
not my thing, but okay. But second, I think the consensual stuff, like photos being uploaded,
Yeah.
Him
Right.
taking photos
While
of
not
our band members.
conscious.
Yes.
Yeah. and I didn't really get whether they were like, sexual in nature, but still creepy.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
creepy.
very creepy.
Still creepy. And first off, it's one thing to take photos of your band. And then it's another thing to take photos of your band when they're not
Conscious.
conscious or awake to
Yeah.
consent to that. And then it's an entirely different thing to allegedly post these online
Yeah.
after not receiving consent for them. And apparently in not great
Taste.
yeah.
All right, 1 second. Bane's Menace, just follow us on Instagram. Huge shout out. Thank you.
Oh,
All right, babe.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, we gotta follow. Watch out for that code.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so just kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But my question is, if Mastodon and Brent Hines can reach this split and Mastodon still survive, how can a band like Gel, like, I don't know what the division of work is or
Yeah.
who owns what, but you would think bringing another guitarist who isn't a douchebag.
Oh yeah.
I'm fairly certain that the vast majority of metalheads out there are decent people that just want to make great music.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about this. Gel
Yeah.
is honestly one of my favorite up and comers. I think
Yeah.
even figured.
Yeah,
right?
that was my favorite band for a while.
Yeah.
They were my introduction to hardcore music. Like
Oh.
that was the first band I listened to. So
Yeah,
I mean, but just how the abuse maybe they went through, how
yeah,
true.
bad did it
Yeah.
have to be for them to just be,
To just say, you know what, we're done.
And
it's
who's
not
to,
even worth my mental state right now to keep
Mhm.
going.
yeah, and what's to say that was the only thing that he did?
Yes,
You know what I
it's
mean?
true.
Like
Very true.
it could have been the straw that broke the proverbial
That's
camel's
true.
back.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So
Well, hopefully we'll see a new, if not a
Revamped
reformed
version.
Gel,
Yeah.
maybe a spin-off band or something like that with most of the original members.
Maybe
Maybe
they-
that's a legal thing. That
call it hairspray.
maybe
Yeah.
I was gonna say moose.
Yeah,
hairspray. Boom.
Pomade.
Hello.
Pomade.
chutney.
Sorry, we're dumb.
We're pretty dumb. Sorry.
It's
got a.
de gorila.
You gotta.
That stuff actually works, dude.
I'm still washing it out of my hair from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have a similar situation with the punk band Zulu. So Zulu, for those of you who don't know, I think either all or majority African American band.
Yep.
They sing a lot about left-leaning ideals and stuff like that, just like a lot of punk bands. But apparently, the lead singer, has been accused of some very unsavory things involving consent and sex, apparently.
Oh,
And
geez.
Okay.
they just straight up, instead of playing the PR game, they said, we don't accept this, we're going to break up.
You gotta head to that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Honestly,
right. There's like a zero tolerance
Exactly.
Yes.
for some that kind of behavior, right?
Exactly. And especially what they're singing about. I mean, this
Yeah.
is an unapologetic left-leaning punk band. They sing about things that
Yeah.
that are very important to society today, especially revolving around consent, but in their community, in the Black community especially, just the misrepresentation in
Mhm.
society and stuff like that. And to have something like this happen where the lead singer, it's one thing for the guitarist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But when you have the lead singer, the literal face of the band, committing allegedly these acts, I don't know, man.
Speaks for. We talked about accountability a few
Yeah.
episodes back.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not the person in question, but accountability of the rest of the band members, knowing
Yeah,
what they've been trying to represent.
Yeah.
Knowing they
Yeah.
can't continue representing
Exactly.
in that
exactly.
sense. Like maybe a rebranding, maybe but knowing that accountability of knowing like we can't continue on
Yeah, for sure.
as we are with the same name. With
If we're trying to promote a certain agenda, like we can't have
Exactly.
Yes.
that also being tied with our name.
That
Yes.
that could be very damaging for their brand. I mean, every band has a brand.
Yeah.
And I think this would be very damaging. But at the same time, there's two stories, two sides to every story.
Yeah, granted.
Obviously, if this person did something that broke the law, they have their date in court. But I think it speaks to what the band knows to so quickly just break up.
Yeah.
And either trying to preserve some sort of, I guess, what their meaning is, like as far as what a band they're going to be,
Yeah.
what kind of morals that they want to have and things like that. If they knew something, maybe they know a lot more than is out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently this gentleman put his own I guess statement out. I haven't had an opportunity. This
No, I
happened
haven't
just
seen
within the past day or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But apparently came out with their own statement. I honestly am not one to judge. If something happened, obviously it needs to be investigated.
Yeah.
If this is a circumstance where this something was misunderstood, or maybe there's an allegation that was baseless, I mean, this person has every right to defend themselves. But I think it speaks a lot for the band making that decision to say, hey, we can't continue on like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's interesting how, I mean, my background's in communications and public relations, and so like crisis communications has always been like a thing. And it's interesting how these punk and hard rock bands are doing something right that I think just in general organizations and companies can take a page from. Because like you said, a lot of times it's just, let's just hide it, let's just bury it, let's just try to get to
Work
the news
past
next
it,
cycle.
yeah.
We'll work past it. We'll just do a quiet breakup and just say, hey, this person's whatever, like try to make shit up. And that's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool because like to your point, Groompy, like there needs to be some sort of accountability.
Mhm.
Somebody messed up. And what better way to signal to your fans, to the people that like, that follow you and that support you, to say, we're going to take action because we care.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like that to me should be a lesson for
You should have to stand for something.
exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, we talked about accountability and what Dave Grohl did, when
Yeah.
those the stories started coming about his infidelity.
Yeah, man, that was a while ago.
That was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
In rock music years, that's like decades.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, for him to like own up, he
Mhm.
released his video. He didn't let the tabloids
Nope.
tell a story. He just said, yeah, I fucked up. I did this. I have to deal with it, and I'm dealing with it. And, moving forward, to me, that's like, gold in terms of communicating to your audience. Like, I'm taking accountability, or for Zulu and Gel, like, we're taking accountability for our band members, and because they care.
Yep.
And to me, like, that is the most authentic and probably the most
Especially if they care about their message.
exactly.
Image they're trying to portray. So
Yeah.
We've come a long way from bands like, was it Lost Prophets with their lead singer
Oh yeah.
Ian whatever, who's just horrible.
Yeah.
But he's been convicted. He's been convicted of just horrible.
Horrible stuff.
We've
yeah.
come a long way from bands kind of, did they know about it? Like, they had to know something at some
Yeah.
point. I do as a creep. But we've come a long way from that. Maybe that
Morrissey.
was, or Morrissey, yeah, to now where bands are
yeah.
like, no, zero tolerance for that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
We'd rather start a new band than have
Yeah.
to deal with your nonsense.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great thing.
Like associated with a band that person's also associated
True.
with.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's tough.
That
Yeah.
is very true. And there's other bands like Escuela Grind. I think we featured a couple of their songs.
Oh yeah.
Not rising to that level of, obviously victimizing somebody, but apparently being rude to people. I honestly don't know what to think. I mean, rock stars are rock stars, I
Yeah.
guess, are artists. But you have one thing where you have somebody allegedly making other people feel unsafe
Mhm.
or making somebody feel like they're not as valued, that's one thing. And granted, nobody wants to be made feel unsafe,
Yeah.
but there's a big line when you start victimizing people,
Yeah.
like the Lost Prophets guy.
Yeah.
There's a huge line, I think, and I'm following the Escuela grind thing only because I want to see kind of what the
What
band
comes?
does in response.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if this is true, the band has a right to defend themselves.
Yeah.
But if it's true, though, what is the band going to do in response to that?
Exactly. Exactly.
So like they're at kind of like, I feel it's a similar situation in that there's allegations of things that are not great,
Yeah.
but there's nothing to the extent like taking a picture of someone while they're unconscious
Yeah.
or allegedly assaulting somebody.
Yeah.
Those are two very different, I
Well,
think.
and I mean, we can spend all day like this one was worse than this one.
Mhm.
But wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shitty
know,
is shitty. And
shitty,
accountability
shitty.
needs to be held.
Exactly. I mean, it goes back to the mosh pit, right? We talk about the number one rule in the mosh pit is if you see someone fall down, you pick them up.
Back.
Really, the unofficial rule number 2 of the mosh pit is don't be a dick.
Exactly.
Just don't be an asshole. Like
Mhm.
just general common sense.
I think we've all seen people overdoing it
Yeah.
in the mosh pit or doing something they shouldn't be doing,
Mm-hmm.
rightfully getting their teeth knocked in because you just messed with the wrong person or the people are just watching out for each other. They don't want
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
this asshole and they're victimizing people. And that's a perfect example of what we see from these groups is
Yeah.
okay, what is allowable here?
Yeah.
Is somebody who's in the pit just going a little extra really just needs to get it out, or are they out there purposely trying to hurt somebody?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think you have here in this situation with the gentleman from Zulu and the guitarist from Gel purposely hurting somebody
Yeah.
allegedly, whereas you have people from a different band who maybe just had a bad night, maybe just didn't like the person,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a similar situation, but I don't think like
To that
as
extent.
extreme.
It's extreme, yeah.
So what does accountability look like then if it's just somebody being a dick versus
Yeah.
somebody actually
Breaking the law.
victimizing somebody? So I mean, those are questions for our society
In general.
in general. But when we're talking about policing our own communities, how do we do that? I think is a healthy conversation we all need to have.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Cool. Yeah, a lot going on. Tell us what you all think in the comments. What's your take, and what how do you think accountability in our community is important? I
Yeah.
think that's an important discussion. Cool. Well, before we move on, I did want to highlight something. So I did something I haven't done in a long time, was log into Facebook.
What's that?
Exactly. I don't know. I just felt the need to go on and kind of share the story about how we started RockMental and kind of put it out there. And I will admit at first I was a little apprehensive. I didn't know what the reaction would be like, or if anyone would have seen it, or if anyone, gave a shit, because, but I will say, it was humbling and really amazing to kind of see a lot of the positive feedback that folks put. People I haven't talked to in like 5, 10, 30 years, showing some love. But it's not just like the likes and the hearts and the engagement. There was people on there sharing their stories. You know what I mean? I poured my heart out about, my struggle with ADHD and burnout and what's going on. And to me, the truly amazing thing was how many people went on there and said kind of like, yeah, me too. This is my story. And they felt so open and vulnerable, but yet wanted to get their story out. And I mean, multiple. There was so many people. Again, I haven't talked to in like 30 years. I went to elementary school with one of this guy. And I don't know. And just to be able to do that and tell their story and speak truth to their struggle and to name it was like, wow. Like, and to me, it just reconfirms our mission here at RockMental to create that space to talk about the real shit, talk about depression, talk about addiction, talk about self-harm, because it's real. And the less we talk about it, the less people are going to feel safe. And so I just want to thank everyone for adding their story. If they're joining us today or listening to us later on, thank you for being brave enough to tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
We want more of that. We want to create a community where you can feel safe and feel heard and feel supported. And that's exactly what RockMental was created for.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. I mean, I can't express how awesome
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
experience was.
Well, I have a little bit of a story. I have a point too. I actually took Figure to his first mosh pits, and I mean, you can describe how you felt, but there's a little bit of hesitancy, was there not?
Yeah, there was.
Oh.
To get in, and it took a little bit of nudge from your old dad to get in there, right?
Yeah.
And what happened when you got in there?
I crowd surfed.
You
Hell yeah.
There you go, man.
So
How liberating was that?
It was awesome.
Yes.
the mosh pit can be intimidating because you see just these bodies flying around, people raging. But honestly, it's one of the safest places to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we take care of each other there. And you see a bunch of kids at the edge of the mosh pit trying to get in, and then one of their friends just kind of nudge them in.
Pushed them in.
And that's
And-
just what you
And
need.
that's just what you need. You get
Yeah.
like 15 minutes later, you're crowd surfing.
Yeah.
And I think that's another analogy for people wanting to share what they have. They want to
Yeah.
get in there. They
Yeah.
see people getting all this energy out, but either it's they're afraid of something or afraid of getting hurt, maybe afraid of what people will think of them. But you guys just get in there.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
Yeah,
once you
even
get in there,
Sebastian.
it's
Sebastian,
freeing.
talking about these things needs to be normalized. Love that you guys have created the space. Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Thanks,
Sebastian.
dude. Yeah, dude.
It does need to be normalized.
It
And
does.
that's exactly why we're here.
Yeah.
I want to go a little bit off your point.
Mhm.
Since we're pretty much talking about our weeks right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, the past few weeks have been kind of consistent of me of feeling a little bit burned out, feeling a
Mhm.
little bit burned. You know, it's just a lot to do recently,
Yeah.
and there's just a week after week. It just seems one after the other one. Busy week, not enough time.
Yeah.
I need a little reset, and I was kind of pushed by a couple of friends. You know, I ran a half marathon 4 weeks ago. Hey, let's run another half marathon in the desert. It's not going to be water stations. It's going to be a lot of loose sand.
Yeah.
And I was very hesitant for the longest time. And I'm like, yeah, I'll sign up. But I don't know. We have to leave at 4 a.m. Am I really going to do it? I got
did
that
it.
little nudge. I did it. When I say reset, man, that was a reset I needed.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, even getting to the place, I still didn't feel like it. I still kind of was mad, you know, not mad, but just like hesitant of being there. And man, once I got out of the car, we started walking there. It was still dark outside. You start running, you're 2 miles in, and the sun starts rising from the horizon.
Mhm.
And then the mountains start looking this pinkish color. And
Yeah.
man, it just the right amount of dopamine was hitting my brain from the runner's high already.
Oh, there you
So
go.
all the aches were gone. You know, just needed that little nudge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just that little nudge to actually get there. Get, you know, it wasn't one of these, you know, we're gonna go fast. We walked some of it. We
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
jogged. We enjoyed the trip, man.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it was just the kind of thing sometimes you need to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be able to come back down, to be able to put things into perspective and
Yeah.
you know, get away from the madness a little bit.
Yeah. And you gotta do what you gotta do. But how did you feel though, like when you did say, okay, I'm all in? You know, what was the reception that you got from these friends that you said?
I mean, nothing but support, man.
Exactly.
Nothing but support and just the affirmation of being there and like,
Yeah.
dude, look at that view. I was like, oh, because
Mhm.
I know for some reason, you know, like the hesitation. I was running with like my gaze down, like at, you know,
Mhm.
just the shoes in front of me, like, and just the little nudge, like, look at that view and just seeing the sun rising
Yeah.
from the mountains, and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, and that is hopefully what we can do here at RockMental is to give
Yes.
you that nudge to say, you know, you got people that got your back.
Yes.
Please don't be afraid. Please don't like feel judged because we're all going through some stuff. Got bipolar, PTSD over here, and you got ADHD, and who knows what else. I'm pretty sure there's other things.
Yeah.
And depression and some other things.
Some other things
Some
too.
other things going on, and figure back there too. And that's where we're here. Talk about it. Let's talk about how it
Yes.
feels and talk about what it means to us. Because if we don't do it, then we're never going to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to continue this free fall in mental health here in our society. And we need to stop that shit.
Yeah.
And
Need that little nudge to say, we're not mental health professionals, but therapy works, guys. If you feel like you needed that nudge to find a way to seek help in a way, because I know it's sometimes people aren't proud to talk about it, or it's just not normalized to talk about it. That nudge to seek out the help, do it. We are more than proudly the ones who can
Oh yeah, exactly.
be the buddies to tell you do it.
We're just three nerds here talking about music and how our week went. We're not medical or mental health professionals
by any means.
Go find somebody to talk to, but all we're doing here is trying to normalize talking about it. Now, talking about it with a professional that can give you actual real advice is kind of that next nudge, and that's kind of what we're trying to get you on.
Yes.
First off, we're trying to say fuck the stigma.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. And two, get some help. If you're in crisis right now, or if you know somebody who's in crisis, dial 988. Very simple. And even if you're the person in crisis or not, they have resources available to you. If you know someone who needs some help, just sit next to them, dial 988, and do it together. We have resources available at rockmental.com/help. We also have something in there helping survivors, those who are survivors of sexual abuse or assault, access to some added information and possibly some legal help. And we talk about accountability as well. That's how all that works. But what I can say for all of us here involved is it works. Just talking about it, getting into it with a mental health professional, whether it's getting on the right medication, just talking about things that happen in your life that you're still holding on to.
Exactly.
I mean, just deal with it. It's
the first step.
Honestly,
it's the first step.
And I will say, like, for people thinking about it, I know that word crisis gets thrown around. You don't have to be necessarily in crisis. If you just need to know what that first step is, dial 988. They will completely set you up with wherever you need to go. Give you that first step that you need. We're gonna throw some more resources on our rockmental.com/help for you all to possibly find someone that you can talk to, and we will get that to you. Cool. Let's talk music.
Let's talk music.
All right, let's
Enough
go.
about the feels. I'm always about the feels. I'm kidding. I'm always bring the feels. But let's talk about the music.
Just do it.
All right, guys. So you guys know we do extensive research for you guys throughout the week. Try to find great new music to bring to you guys. So we all will try to pick one band in particular to feature. Usually about 50K or less listeners on Spotify a month. We'll play 2 songs for you guys. That way, you get a feeling for the band, and we'll talk about how it made us feel. What attracted us to this band, and why we want to share it with you guys. And then at the end of it, put in the comments, I really like this band. You know what? Groompy just has such better taste than you two. Whatever you feel like listening, whatever you feel like saying. We'll put Spotify barcodes on, so if you guys, please, I mean, we take this time because we want to share this music. We want these artists to be listened to. They deserve to have more than 50K listeners. So Spotify barcodes will be up. Please take a listen. So without further ado, let's get to our featured bands this week. Who wants to go first?
I think
I'll go first.
I think it's Mayhem's turn to go first.
I haven't gone first in a while because you guys are just so used to losing. That
I don't know about that.
You don't want me to put first. Ooh, okay.
We're getting some direction here.
So anyway, the band that I chose this week was a Killer Kin.
Killer Kin.
Yes.
Killer Kin.
So it's been quite a few weeks for me here.
What I was gonna say.
This week, finding some motivation to it's warmer outside, and the clothes doesn't fit the way it used to, even though you're doing a little exercise, just not used to doing as much as you're used to. So
Put that summer T-shirt back on
But,
after
yeah.
after summer.
yep, and you're like, ooh, I could
He went too many tamales during Christmas.
forgot to take
Yeah.
off my winter coat. So, really drawn to the more energetic music.
Yes.
But you know what? I did go pretty hardcore last time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was a little on edge.
Oh,
Like,
Oh,
I got a
nice.
little.
that's
little
right.
on
You were
this.
thrashy last
I was
week.
a little thrashy,
that's
but
right.
still needed the energy, but wanted to get a little bit more fun because rock can be fun too, guys.
It should be fun.
So-
Should be fun.
I've been listening to Killer Kin for a while now.
Okay.
They're awesome.
They rock.
Oh, they rock.
Yeah.
So the first song we're gonna pick up on is Mr. Dynamite.
Mr. Dynamite.
Yep, from wherever you like, Mr. Engineer.
All right, we'll go from the beginning.
Cool. Let's take a look. Ooh,
Oh yeah.
good groove. Oh, dang.
Yeah, a little New York Dolls, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some back in the day Jet.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. They got that same chord progression.
And some Motorhead, perhaps.
Yeah, that voice.
Some
That
Stooges.
that raw, distorted. Because even the bass is distorted.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure this band isn't like 80 years old?
Oh no, this band is not 80 years old. They sound like they're pre-80s.
Really good.
Oh,
very
good.
Really good.
Really
Very
good.
energetic.
I've been watching a lot about Lemmy lately. I guess it's getting close to his anniversary. I guess maybe.
Yep.
And anniversary of his passing, and just the energy I was looking for. And Lemmy from Beyond the Grid is like, dude, check
Give
this band out.
Give
Yeah.
it best thing. Yep.
Yep, give his blessing. And you know what? I haven't been able to stop listening to him all week.
Good.
It's got a lot of energy from him. Great band. They are from New Haven, Connecticut, 5-piece band.
Wow.
Lead singer Matt, just incredible. Lead guitarist Chloe, she's also writes the songs.
Oh, wow.
Just incredible. Brady, lead guitar, Marco bass, Jason on the tubs. Like I said, just a ton of Motorhead, ton of Stooges, New York Dolls, just that awesome, just kind of real authentic,
Yeah.
just straight metal, a little bit of glam metal in
A
there.
little bit.
And
bit.
oh man, just so much energy. I love it.
Well, you're right on Motorhead. Like I really appreciate when bands keep that raw sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like a lot of times when you hear a band live and like you're going to like a shitty bar and like you get that really weird like distorted feel, but you feel it,
Yeah.
and then they go into a studio and it's like a little too refined. You're like,
Yeah.
"That's not what I heard at that club." Like these guys sound like they totally kept true to that sound.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what I love about Motorhead and New York Dolls and
Yeah.
Stooges is like when they play, they just played the way that they played.
Yeah.
There was no like producer trying to change
Yeah.
anything, especially with Lemmy. Lemmy probably
Oh,
killed
no.
somebody. He's like, no, this is how it's going to sound.
Exactly.
But this is kind of unapologetic rock, like
It
just
is.
in your face. It's going to be loud. It's going to be fun, and I don't know. I just really love this
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood now.
No.
one. The next song I picked was Point Blank.
All right.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a slower one.
Oh, I can see this at a show.
Maybe like the opening jam.
Dang.
Slow.
Dude, like classic metal start to
Yeah.
song, man.
It sounds like a song that Metallica would cover on
That's what I was
Garaging.
thinking,
Yeah.
Metallica.
Talk about
Look at that
Motorhead,
guitar,
dude.
Okay.
Killer
Kid.
Kid.
Got
Yes.
it. Cool.
It's on the playlist.
Okay. I am definitely gonna follow.
These guys, are awesome.
I kind of hate myself for not knowing about
I
it.
know, right?
Great.
It's really good.
How many
About
listeners do
pump
these
up
guys
songs, dude?
2.1 thousand monthly listeners.
That's it.
That's
Oh my
it.
gosh.
They
Oh,
are,
come on.
Jesus, criminal.
they are incredible. They are really, really great. And the thing that I appreciate is not every song sounds the same.
Yeah.
And it's like Motorhead, like you get something different every time.
That's true.
And that's just really what I enjoy about this band. I'm a huge fan of the New York Dolls, and the first wow, I was like,
I mean,
you had me. Yeah, Matt, you had me at the first wow. That was it for me. But I love this band. They're really great. Again, 2.1 thousand or 2.1, yeah, 2.1 thousand.
Yeah.
2,100 monthly listeners on Spotify. Severely underrated and under listened. So you guys check it out. I will hand it off to whoever the second or the
Looks like
first
it's
loser
Groompy.
is.
that'd be groupie.
Oh, that's Groompy. First loser. There we go.
So you say. So you say.
Well,
You know, I'm proud of myself this week.
oh,
I usually go with the most listened bands. You know, you guys will
Yeah.
find the
The friggin' 150,000 one. Like,
yeah.
they are international. Okay, they're not listening to the
You're
U.S.
trying to stick to 50 grand or less, but my band has 250,000.
Yeah, right.
But they're all in Japan.
They're all in Japan. So this week, finding the more obscure band, kind of gives me a little bit of pride.
Okay.
Okay.
I went with Scenic Screw Ups.
Scenic Screw Ups.
Scenic Screw Ups out of El Paso, Texas.
Oh.
Okay.
West Texas.
Yes, sir. These guys just rock. 5-piece kind of a indie band.
Okay.
Going off the topic of feeling raw, feeling like straight from the garage.
Mm-hmm.
That lo-fi,
yeah.
that just raw, that emotion coming off of it. They have it, man. They
Yeah.
have it. They come in at about 345 monthly listeners.
That's it. 345.
345.
That's it. Okay.
That is it.
Dang.
You know, I talked about my week. It's been it's been fast.
Yeah.
It's been fast paced for a while these past few weeks, and leading up to this weekend, yesterday going on that marathon, I ran into these guys, and which way to mellow out. Talk about kind of new wavy, psychedelic, and
Mhm.
just a way to finally, hey, mind, stop racing 1,000
Yeah.
thoughts at a time, and listen to this.
Yeah.
Maybe so you know what? Let's just go to it.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
What
This
song?
first song's called "Bad Beer." Play from the beginning.
Bad
Okay.
beer.
Bad Beer.
Mhm.
Huh. Sounds a little Smashing Pumpkins.
I would say
does start.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you mean by like the lo-fi.
It's that lo-fi, that's straight out of the garage, straight out of the bar.
Yeah.
Feeling that growl.
Yep.
Feeling
The lead singer reminds me of like Kings of Leon almost.
Yeah, here it is. You know what this does sound like? Yeah.
Like a really emotional voice. I love it.
I love it too.
I kind of want to like have a beer in my hand and just kind of sway.
You know, and I didn't get too much into the lyrics this week.
Mhm.
Some of it you can hear it, and they might be a little bit more depressing songs, but man, it was just that that tune, that
The feeling.
the feel of it,
feelings.
that it just kind of
Yeah.
slowed me down and put me in a better place, at least personally. I talked about it with you, I believe. It gives me a little bit more of kind of like that lo-fi Jeff Buckley.
Okay.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
just the guitar,
Yeah.
just that growl, that voice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the next song before we go further. This is Dogfight.
Dogfight.
Dogfight. We
Okay.
started about 15
Okay.
seconds in.
All
Figures.
right. Hold on. Whoops.
Bad beer and dogfight. Sounds like an interesting weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we sanction dogfights.
No,
we
we
do not.
do not.
We do not.
It's a good way to have a band breakup.
That's right.
They got little shoegaze going.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Hard to sleep.
Kind of reminds me of Joji.
Great comparison.
You're right.
It's got that little dream pop to it.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
does.
His voice has kind of like a sadness to it, like Joji does.
Yes.
Well, newer Joji.
So, especially that song. I wanted to finish that song because it ends just him describing, feeling burned out,
Yeah.
can't go to sleep, and he just repeats those lyrics over and over again. And I was like, oh man, yeah, that's how I've been feeling lately. So, it was a great way to kind of, start my weekend at a slower pace and just enjoying it and forgetting all the madness that's been going on and just putting it behind me and go forward from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just Joji is a great way. I hear a little bit of some of your personally favorites, Dr. Dog,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
That is very true.
Cigarettes After Sex,
Yep.
kind
Oh,
of.
okay, yeah, I hear that.
But
But
also from El Paso. Right?
Also from El
Also
Paso,
from-
also,
Texas.
yes,
Yeah.
also from El
That's
Paso,
right.
Texas.
Yeah.
But it's got that melodic kind of sound. It's
Yeah.
I don't know, great band. 345 listens. Come on, I just with you guys, listeners, we can increase that for them.
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
They do have a new single called Turning Tides, so go check that out as well, please. But
they got a show coming up or two, don't they, over at the Lowbrow?
At the Lowbrow?
at the Lowbrows,
Mhm,
We
I
might-
remember the name. I believe they're opening for another
I'll have to
much
check
larger
on that.
band.
What is that? A much larger band?
Something party, pity party,
Pity Party.
Oh, Pity
Club
Party.
or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a couple local acts opening them up for them.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna have to check them out.
we're gonna have to check them out.
Yeah,
It's
so
it's.
I have to go find them.
I don't know if we
yeah.
had to classify
Yeah,
this, but
it's fair
yes, this would be considered a local band.
This, yeah.
So for our local corner, Scenic Screw Ups.
Seeing screw ups. There you go.
Yes.
So I mean, I get what you mean, and it's I guess like it's easy to call it a sad song, but like it's okay to listen to that stuff, man.
It came to more calming to me than
Yeah.
sad.
Mhm.
Because you're acknowledging like, okay, I'm feeling a certain way,
Yes.
and it's giving yourself permission to be like, things are gonna be fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
April
then there we
26th.
go.
Yep.
And Nevermind is
Ooh,
actually
Nevermind will be
Nevermind
there.
is a good one too.
that's another local band. Very similar style.
Yeah, very good. And
Very good as well.
Pity Party has a similar
Yeah.
sound to them, right?
Well, we're gonna be pretty busy these next few
we
months.
have a
Yes.
busy-
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Napalm Death
Uh,
is coming.
If
We'll
I'm
be there.
if I'm able to recover from Napalm Death and the Melvins, I will.
Well,
You'll go from one end to the other
From
end.
the one extreme, I might
Yes.
need the other.
You may need
end.
it for recovery.
Yeah, right. right.
Definitely, I'll be there with some ice packs, some Pedialites.
Pedialyte. Yep. Cool.
But yeah, guys, that was Scenic Screw Ups. Please check them out. They deserve the listeners.
Yeah.
They deserve the hype.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Last but
what's-
not least.
Last but not least.
last but definitely not least. So I kind of went in the exact opposite direction. My band, they're called Waves in Autumn.
Okay.
Waves. in
So
Autumn.
last week, I remember, I think Ace Wave joined our chat
Yeah.
and talked about Linkin Park, and we suggested
that is right.
the band Air Release that I featured a couple of episodes ago. They were a metal, kind of Linkin Parkish band out of Italy. So, it got me thinking, I haven't listened to Air Release in a long time. So I started jamming out to them again. And then these guys came up, Waves in Autumn. And they're also an Italian band.
Ooh.
Okay.
Apparently, Italy's having this like post-hardcore new metal renaissance going
Nice.
on.
Ah.
So what you're saying is we need to go to Italy.
So we need to go to Italy. But yeah, like for some reason, Milan, also known for like fashion and gelato and stuff, has like this underground metal scene, and it's
Nice.
like exploding. And these guys are not from Milan; they're from another town, but they have joined in on this movement in Italy, and they freaking rock, man. They
All right.
freaking rock.
Love
All right,
it.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Yanka says she really likes Scenic Screw.
Oh, okay.
Taking a win already.
We got 1 point. Okay,
Taking
one
a win
point.
already.
Okay, 1 point. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Okay, let's
if
get
you guys
to the
want to, if
Yeah.
when you hear a band that you like, just put it in the comments. And
I think
Let us know,
we'll-
guys.
We'll get some points on there.
I
Let us
think-
There you
know.
go.
Let us know.
I think she just doesn't want you getting a tattoo.
Oh, it's
True.
true.
Yeah, we do have an internal bet fans that
Oh, that's right.
who are here. Usually we're trying to keep up some tallies of games and bands. Whoever loses gets a tattoo. I mean, if I lose, I lose. You know,
Oh,
I
darn
may
it.
have gotten new ink
Um,
recently.
gee golly
Maybe I need
whiz.
more.
I'm losing pretty handedly though. So, yeah.
So, let's get into Waves in Autumn.
Yes.
Right.
This first song is called "Don't Sell the Bear Skin."
Okay.
Oh.
Very
Is
interesting.
that a euphemism or just
It
Don't sell.
kind of is. Let's get to the song, and I'll kind of go what my
Okay.
interpretation is. "Don't
Alright.
Sell the Bear Skin" by Waves in Autumn.
okay?
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that kicking the ass right there?
Yeah.
Ooh, the drums are like Slipknot for me.
Yeah.
It's awesome drums.
Right here at the chorus. Oh man, I just love those like you said, the Slipknot kind of drums, but then how they go from like double time
Yeah.
and like back into regular time. It just jumps around so much. I mean, it's metalcore, to the core.
Yeah.
Did I just
Metalcore
make it?
to the
Anyway, but yeah, no, and I like the song because the chorus says, "Don't sell the bear skin before you kill it."
Mm.
And
Oh.
like this, there's probably a number of metaphors that are called, but I love this because it's like it's telling you like how easy it is, especially for those of us or those of you out there that have like gone through treatment, or gone through recovery,
Mhm.
or going through like therapy, going through different things, and you get to a point where like after a few weeks, I'm feeling good. You know what? I got a few good sessions in. You know what? I got the support. I feel
Yeah.
good,
Mhm.
right? And you kind of start telling yourselves, I'm good. You know what? I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm good now, guys. And then what happens? Bam,
Bam.
life happens.
Yep.
There comes that relapse. Then there comes that bad day. Then there comes that really really shitty thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to me, that's kind of how I took
Ooh.
it. Like, don't sell the bearskin before you've killed it. Just because you've had a few good weeks, or just because you've
Yeah.
had some progress, doesn't mean you're done.
Yeah.
Because I mean, anybody out there struggling with depression, with anxiety, with addiction,
Mhm.
it's a lifelong struggle, guys. It's
Yep.
not
Mm.
not an
You're
easy
never
thing.
done.
So to me, like on top of the intense screaming,
yeah.
it was a good reminder. Like, you know what, you got to keep at it. You got to keep at it. Don't sell the bear skin. And just try not to count your chickens before they're hatched.
Yeah.
Just because you're feeling good doesn't mean you're healed. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
you've dealt with it.
Sebastian says, "Yep, when I was in Italy last summer, it was a crazy how many local metal bands there were."
There you go. See,
Yeah.
that's
They are
right.
having a little renaissance out there.
Yeah.
Head out to Italy, man. Yeah, no, they're really good.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
actually, I mentioned their release. They've actually played a few songs of their release down there.
Okay.
Nice.
So they follow each other on Instagram. They're very supportive. It's like a really good community out there. Apparently, on
Dang.
Instagram, they're very active. They support each other, which is what you want to see.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
you're talking about like a local scene, like artists supporting artists, like the band plays the opening act, and then they come out and watch the next band. Like that's the type of stuff you want to see. I
Yeah.
think that's what's
That's
going
the
on.
mosh
Yeah.
pit mentality.
That is
we were
mosh
just talking
mentality,
about. Yeah.
Yeah,
How many listeners did you guys?
They-
did you say they have?
they have 3.1K, 3,100,
Dang.
which is criminal. Which
Yeah.
is
Wow.
which is for as clean as they're. I mean, it's hard to do metal.
It
It's
is.
hard to do metalcore, and it's hard to like
do it well.
do it well and do it good, in that consistency. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Well, metalcore is all about textures too. Like you have to
Yeah.
add layer upon layer.
Exactly.
That
It's
works. So
complex.
you have the singer
Mhm.
who's singing along to the music, but you have multiple layers within that
Yeah.
music. So
Exactly.
I appreciate metalcore bands just how insane they are. Like the band I covered last week.
Yeah, yeah.
Just insane how good you have to be to play that music well.
Shout out to Kamikaze Zombies.
Yes.
We actually connected with them on offline. We're gonna do something with them.
They're really
Hopefully
cool.
soon. Yeah.
Stay
All
tuned.
right.
Anyway, okay, cool. And the next song is called Fire Dust. Now, before I get into it, they do have like nature themes
Okay.
throughout. So, like a lot of their songs have some sort of animal involved in them. So the Bearskin, they actually have a new song called Wolves in the Room. And it also kicks ass.
Okay.
But I like this Fire Dust because it starts off as a really good, just right off the bat, it tells you something really inspirational. So this started right from the beginning, Fire Dusk by Waves of Autumn.
All right.
Kind of reminds me of like a little Buck Cherry
A little
Yeah.
bit.
You know?
A lot different than the
in the first song.
metal.
Yeah.
Fire up the light that will guide you.
Yeah.
And like it's interesting, like you have this guy screaming at you in this, really rocking lyrics, and he's telling you, fire up the light that will guide you. Hope
Yeah.
is the answer. Hope's powerful, guys.
Yes.
It
Hope
is.
is such a powerful thing. And I know, like, especially during therapy and especially during like we're talking about mental health, he says, don't lose hope. And unfortunately for a lot of people, they do, because they're in bad situations, they're in bad relationships, they're not as supportive. But hope is very powerful. And how in this song he talks about it's the light that lights your road. That's exactly what it does.
Mhm.
Everything else can be dark, everything else can be going a certain way, but man, that fire has to come from within you.
Mm.
And so, like, to me, this was just a badass song, kind of reminding me, what, like, I go from don't sell the bearskin, you're not okay yet, like, or you're still working through it, don't keep going, but
There's still there.
there's still hope.
Yeah.
And that hope comes from inside, and I hope anyone going through some real shit right now can find that, listen to this song, get some inspiration, find that hope in you, and it'll light your road.
Yeah.
And they're really good. These guys, they released their first EP in 2002, so it's been a few years. Totem, it was called. Had some really good reviews. They released another EP last year called Burning Season. And so these two songs were on that EP. Really good stuff. Really awesome. If you're into metalcore and if you want to learn more about the Italy metal scene, go check these guys out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
They're really good.
I'm gonna go check out.
Yeah. So let us know who you guys think. Of course, obviously I won, but actually, Scenic Screw Ups are actually really good. I enjoyed.
I don't
them
know.
as well.
I liked Killer Kin.
Killer Kid.
Killer Kid was
Kid's
good. Killer Kid was really good.
I will admit.
We'll let the commenters
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
decide.
So that you guys know, we don't really share with each other like which bands we're gonna be featured. So like we're hearing it sometimes for the first time
Yeah.
with you all.
And sometimes we steal each other's bands.
Oh yeah, they
that's
do all
why
the time.
sometimes you guys
Yeah.
see us fight because we will steal each other's
Yeah.
bands.
Cool.
All right, I just want to give a quick comment. If you're just joining the stream, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell a friend. Leave us a like as well. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Cool.
You guys want to get into
Alright.
our discussion?
Ooh, discussion.
Yes. So
What's
I'm
up?
a little excited about this discussion, guys.
This one is actually one that we talk about quite a bit.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So today's discussion is all about video game soundtracks.
Oh,
Ooh.
video game soundtrack.
And like I had mentioned at the beginning, some of us, I mean, I at least grew up kind of like where the video game era, the early
yeah.
2000s, late 90s, and where these great music was finally being introduced to these video games. So I remember me being 11, 12, 13 years old and just getting great exposure to great music just from these video games.
The bands at the time.
And the bands at the time, and even before that time.
Well,
Yeah.
Mayhem Mind's time is more like up, up, down, down, left, right, start.
Bro. Bubble Bobble
Oh, that slapped.
had a bitching soundtrack.
That's dude, Contra.
Dude, the
Oh,
8-bit
Contra
soundtrack on those?
with the 8-bit, yeah.
Those were
No,
amazing.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Mega Man. That was
Sounds
slapped.
good.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's why I like Nine Inch Nails so much.
Talk about industrial a little bit.
This next man, Dr. Wily. Anyway,
No, I mean, that was the beginning of it. That was the
Yeah.
inception. And
Yeah.
I mean, as video games evolved, they started incorporating more music and trying to outdo the older video
Yeah.
games.
that's true. The commercial music started coming in.
More commercial music started pumping into the video games.
Mm.
And I know, I believe Figured was the one or you Mayhem had brought up Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a
Oh
good
my
one.
goodness. The
Need
most
for Speed.
wanted playlist.
Well, the music in video games is to set the mood, of course.
Yes,
like, you
obvious.
had the electronic for Mega Man. You had just, like Minecraft has like kind of like the
Oh, that weird,
aura,
soothing.
weird soothing music in the background that can get
Yeah.
a little charge sometimes.
Yeah.
So Super Mario has a doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo to
Yeah,
just
like-
to amp my anxiety and
Yeah.
frustration.
Exactly,
I
to
see.
add a mood. But if you have a car game and you want the person to feel like they're driving a car,
Gotta have
gotta
that kind of
have-
music.
Yeah,
gotta have some
Fast
music
music.
that people actually listen to in their car.
It's gotten to the point where if I listen to this music in my car, I get like dangerously close to speeding because of how often I would do it in the video games.
And that's why Figure doesn't drive his car very
Wow.
Put on the Need for Speed soundtrack.
Need for Speed soundtrack. But check it out. Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 Crosses, which is Chino
Oh,
Morendo's side
yeah.
project
That was
Yeah.
telepathy.
with Sean Lopez. Telepathy.
Mhm.
I had just learned about Crosses,
Ah, yeah.
and the boys come to visit Figured and Madman. They're like, "Oh, I love this song." I'm like, how the hell did you figure out this band? And they're like, "Oh, Need for Speed. Check this song out." And it's Dead Sarah's Weatherman. I'm
Oh, dang.
like, what the hell were these songs?
Right?
Like, so that was my introduction to Dead Sarah
Yeah.
and Emily Armstrong was from the Need
From a-
for Speed.
from a video game.
From a video game.
But
Yep.
they have the stuff from like the Who,
Yeah, they had
Like-
Baba O'Reilly.
Babbo O'Reilly. from-
Yeah, I had Barbara Ray. Yeah.
That's an awesome one. But they've got so many good songs there.
Yeah, even just one-ups from like different bands and stuff.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep. So even the Need for Speed franchise, you got Pussifer in there.
Oh,
So it's like they like
okay.
the side projects from like the
big bands.
the
Yeah.
bigger headliners
Yeah.
and stuff. So I don't know, man. They got some pretty good stuff.
Mm.
Personally, for me, it was Tony Hawk.
Oh,
Pro Skater?
okay.
Tony Hawk is
Tony
like
Hawk Pro
a
Skater.
Vans- is like a Vans Warp Tour.
That's pretty much it.
Speaking to the person that went like to 4 or 5 of them, yeah,
Oh, isn't Vans like with all the skaters?
yeah.
anyway,
I
that's
think
what-
the
that's what it
reason
was.
I wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, we all wanted to be skaters back
Yeah.
then.
I
Once,
wanted-
once that video game came out,
I wanted Vans.
I wanted
Bomb.
Vans.
I'm pretty sure Vans sponsored Tony Hawk Pro Skater and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. My fault.
Yep.
And,
They probably had some ads
the
in there.
skate games
I'm
as
sure
well.
they did. But I mean, talk about introducing a whole generation, not just one to current music, but two to older music.
Yep.
AFI, Alien Ant Farm. I mean,
Oh, AFI. I haven't
that
heard
was
AFI
I
in a
was
long time.
11, 12 years old and listening to Motorhead, Ace of Spades, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh. Oh.
While
Hey,
you're trying to learn how to kickflip on a controller.
Oh, yeah.
no, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Dead Kennedys.
Oh,
One that
Dead
sticks to
Kennedys,
me
yeah.
is
Oh, Dead Kennedys, yeah.
Amoeba, Amoeba, and I believe that's the adolescents.
Yeah, the adolescence.
Yeah. Adolescence.
Adolescence.
Adolescence. But God, man, great punk music, and not just punk. It really introduced me to hip hop as well.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Ah, man, Most Def became one of my favorite like artists back then,
Dude.
just because of Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Redman came out.
Oh yeah.
Dude, anything associated with a Tribe Called Quest or Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang in itself is legendary. I need to see him this summer.
You got
I am
you got
down.
2 Wu-Tang stands here.
Wu-Tang
course.
forever. Wu-Tang forever. All right.
Yeah, but AFI definitely deserves the type of following the Deftones have.
AFI,
AFI
yeah,
is very good.
very good.
Very much ahead of their time, but they made a connection,
They
and I
did.
really do think it's time for an AFI resident.
We're gonna
Renaissance.
we're gonna have to
Yep.
reanalyze AFI. I remember listening to that first album and like, I remember really tuning in to not the popular songs,
Mm-hmm.
but there was like 4 or 5 other songs on that album were just ass.
Yeah. Well, you have Miss Murder.
Miss Murder.
Miss
Before
Murder?
that, it was the
Yeah, Miss Murder was.
Miss Murder is probably one of the more popular
Yeah.
popular songs.
ones, and then there's
Warped Tour.
Silver and Cold.
Silver and Gold. Yeah,
Yeah.
Silver and Gold was good.
Is also one of the more popular ones,
Yeah,
but they're more, I guess, less known, or the less known music actually slaps.
really
like,
good, really good
That's
stuff.
very good.
yeah. And old Glenn here, named after
Yep.
Davey Havoc,
That's right. That's right.
right?
Glenn
For a
Havoc.
very good reason. We
Yeah.
have some AFI stands in here.
Yeah,
3 of them.
Yeah.
And if you liked Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Skate 3 or Skate 1, 2, and 3 are also really good games too. Their soundtracks were insane. They had Grateful Dead, The Who's, Pixies, Agent Orange.
Agent Orange.
Yeah, Black Flag and Green Day too. That's
Dang.
where I got most of my punk music
But to
from.
get
There you go.
to get the youth into like Black Flag and Motorhead,
Yeah.
I know.
dude.
Primus too.
Primus, yeah.
Primus was on first one or
Dude,
second one.
yeah. But to get these kids into music that
My name is Bud.
yeah. Is it Winona's Beaver? Yeah.
You know, talk about like an ADHD tick. Like, you don't know how many times I'm like doing something, like sweeping the floor. My
Yeah.
name is Mud.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Cowie's like,
What are you doing?
It's Primus.
it's Primus. It's Primus.
Yeah.
But you talk about the youth, and it's something interesting because it's not just like our generation. I think it's still going on today. So, Little Metalhead, my oldest, he's really into Sonic the Hedgehog right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, not and even before the movies came out, like he was playing the games, he was doing the whole thing. I remember Sonic, whatever. And so, the Sega's come out with a bunch of games, and I think it was late
Frontiers.
2023, Sonic Frontiers comes out, and so of course he wanted this Sonic Frontiers. Like, okay, fine. So he did his chores and whatever, they saved up for it, and he got himself Sonic Frontiers. And so one day he's just playing on his own. I'm like, it's a 1-person game. And so he's playing through it, and all of a sudden I hear something like freaking rocking coming out of his room, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, I'm playing Sonic Frontiers, and I'm listening, and a lot of the boss stages features this kick-ass soundtrack,
Yeah.
from Kellen Quinn, who's the singer of Sleeping with Sirens.
Okay.
Oh.
They collaborated. Sega, a bunch of, I guess Sega's music department
Yeah.
collaborated with Kellen Quinn on these kick-ass songs, and they're really good.
Yeah.
There's a song Undefeatable. He plays it all the time in the car, and it freaking slaps, man. It's just in your face. It's like, and so he showed me like the final boss where he's like kicking his ass, and I'm just like, yo, it's really good. It's really good. I'm like, I did not think I was gonna like a Sonic game
A Sonic game
with
because
a
of the
kick-ass,
music.
with music.
soundtrack.
It's-
Yeah.
At some point, I think the parents enjoy the game as much as we do, but because we're listening to the music.
It's interesting though, because like how Tony Hawk was for like
Yeah.
your music, or like Skate 1, 2, 3 was for
Yeah.
figure entering the punk. Now I'm starting to be like, all right, let's look into some Finch.
Okay.
Let's look into some Atticus. You know, like
Yeah.
let's start, digging that little rock in his brain. You know,
I forgot how we went down this rabbit hole, but I want to say it was a commercial that we either saw on TV or heard on the radio. But it ended up with me explaining who the Butthole Surfers were to the kids. The guitar
Great music, I
opening,
promise you.
the opening to the song Pepper was playing,
Yeah.
and I was like, and they're like, this song is pretty cool. Do you know what it is? I was like, yeah, it's the Butthole Surfers.
We're just like,
They're
what?
like,
What
what?
are you talking about?
please, YouTube, do not flag us for age appropriate content.
It's the name of a band.
It's a band.
The name of the band, Beehole Surfers, the Booty Hole Surfers. But
Just
just
to make it better.
Oh my God, that's not
I'm trying
better.
to make it. I'm not making it any better. Anyway, but hearing that song in a commercial
Yeah.
for something that had nothing to do with Pepper or booty holes, and you're like, wow, like have we come this far that we're featuring this kind of music?
Yeah.
Well, remember, what was it on? What? I forgot. It was a couple of years ago. There was a car commercial that had Fred Durst, and they were
Oh.
playing Limp Bizkit, and they were like selling minivans or something. I'm like, are we that old now? Is our music now selling minivans?
I
Well,
guess so.
Holy
the Arctic
crap.
Monkeys, what song is it for the Ford commercials? The
Oh yeah.
and it's the Ford commercial. Like that's what it's known for now.
Snoop Dogg is friends with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's how far we've come.
I just don't understand how there's not a Camaro commercial with "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that
I
one."
know.
Yeah.
Driving. I mean, James is a car enthusiast, man. I mean,
He
that's a
is.
okay. General Motors, if you know what you're doing,
I think
Go get Metallica.
Metallica still scares people though.
True.
shut it, man.
They shouldn't. I mean, you know who should scare people is the Butthole
Oh,
Surfers.
Butthole
Those dudes are
Surfers.
weird.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Well, Snoop Dogg is
He's the cushion
a
of race.
gang member.
Yeah.
Like, he's openly
Yeah.
a gang member, which cool, but he's also 60. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Martha Stewart's in his, age.
To be fair, Martha Stewart did more time than Snoop.
She
She
did.
did.
She did, and
That's true.
she did her time. And she
Yeah,
shut her
gangster.
mouth,
Yeah.
and she got home.
That's right. That's right. Oh, man.
So before we finish this topic, though, my favorite song, just to irk him a little bit, from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
Oh, don't say
There
it.
we go.
Oh, don't say
It's
it.
gonna be Ska, isn't it?
Goldfinger with Superman. So here I am,
Oh.
doing everything I can. Yes,
And he knows it.
Yeah, you know it too.
For a guy who doesn't like ska.
That
But
song is gonna be stuck in my head all week long.
Oh God, 11-year-old me love that song.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? It wasn't a bad song. Actually, Goldfinger probably did it better than most.
Oh yeah, they
bands.
did. They did.
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh my god!
Yeah, how many times?
Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
No Doubt is really the only band that got ska rights, and that's why I said that with Dropkick
Ooh.
Murphys.
I like how ska was popular for like 1 year.
It's
It was like 2004.
because you have a bunch of band kids like trying to make cool music.
Hey, shut up, man.
You know what'll make this metal
Hey,
music sound good?
Everyone
saxophone.
experimented with ska, even the
That's true.
Deftones.
Did they though?
There's a video. I'll share it later. I'll share it later.
Okay.
See, but it's like experimenting with drugs. Like
They tried it. They're like,
It doesn't mean it's right.
Not for us.
Not for
Not
us.
for us.
I
But I'll
understand.
respect it.
I understand, but not for us.
Here at RockMental, we do not condone
No,
the use of drugs.
We don't.
No, we don't.
Only prescription drugs.
Nor do we condone the
treatment plan.
use of ska. And
If you like ska, you're cool. Whatever.
anyways,
So tell us what you think in the comments. What video games inspired you to start listening
Yes.
to rock, or what kick-ass soundtracks are on there right now? I know there's Grand Theft Auto number 47 out or
Yeah,
something.
that one has great
Grand
music. I
Theft
know a
Auto
lot of
6.
people also will say Madden or FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA.
FIFA,
I mean,
man, they got some.
Yearly, they come out yearly, so they
Yeah.
they
The 2K
That's-
games
yeah,
have some
Bob.
pretty
Yeah, the
alright
2K
songs.
also
Oh, 2Ks.
they have great music in them too.
I have to say the hip hop lately has been really good
Yeah.
in some of the games.
Yeah.
Metal and punk needs to
Well,
step
you-
it up.
well,
step up their game.
It needs
Well,
to be
maybe
another Tony
Well,
Hawk game.
come on, 2K, come on, EA, reach out to
It's
out to freaking Killer Kin.
exactly.
Reach out to those guys, get them
Well,
in.
Think about Dead Sarah and Crosses when they went on. I mean, what was it? 2013,
2012.
Yeah, Crosses had just come out,
That's true.
Yeah.
right? And Dead Sarah, I want to say, had a second album at the way. They're
Yeah.
still very, very young.
Yeah.
So there were smaller, newer acts at the time. So I would imagine.
I
Dead
will
Sarah
2002.
Oh, they had been around for a while.
Yeah.
I'll give a credit where we're beating around the bush and we're talking about video games and music and not naming
Mhm.
the music video game. Guitar Hero.
cheating,
I'll give
though.
some credit because it was a lot of popular music, a lot of mainstream music. But one of my favorite bands of all times, the Fall of Troy. Okay,
They're on
yeah,
Guitar
I
Hero.
mean I had seen them on. It was in a Warped Tour. I'd seen them in a concert, and
Yeah.
like 6 months later, I saw them on the Guitar Hero
Mhm.
video game, and I was like, "Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
They got good music in
Yeah,
Guitar
that's
Hero."
That's all right. We know a thing or two about Guitar Hero, right,
Yes.
Seabass? Right, Seabass?
Yeah.
We know a thing or two about
It
Guitar
was,
Hero. That was a long time
That
ago.
was
was
a
a
long
long
time
time
ago.
ago. Man, that was almost 20 years ago.
That was.
But
Oh, man.
no, they had some they had some boppers too.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. Cool.
Right.
Let us know what you think. Send us your recommendations. If you think we're full of crap or whatever, let us know.
Yes,
Thank you.
Cool.
So next we're moving on to our playlist. So we have a playlist that we put together every week of the music that we listen to. So we listen to a ton of music every week, and we wish we could feature every band.
Yep.
But really, we have time to feature the one that we connected with the most. But we do like to give love to the other bands that we listen to and some of the other
Mm-hmm.
jams that we listen to along
Couple
the
shit
way.
by week. Yeah,
Yeah, so this week's playlist has, of course, Killer Kin.
Scenic Screw Ups.
And Waves in Autumn.
Yep, and we also have other bands. So we featured a band, Weekend Friends, a week or two ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take that as a
thanks.
win. If you're referencing my band,
Ooh,
that was
to
a
the point.
retro. That was a
Yes.
2 active ago retroactive win.
I was like thinking of like, I was like, can I feature them? And I went back. I was like, that sounds familiar though. When I saw you, I was like. Anyways, the cover of Natty and Bruglia's Torn.
Oh,
Such a great cover.
Good.
Yeah,
Such a
Good
great
cover.
cover.
that's right.
Okay, so those of you who haven't watched, I have very strong opinions about covers. They do an excellent job of this cover, though.
Yeah.
I have to say.
We do have a clip on YouTube. Go on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. it's
Yes.
So go watch
2
that.
episodes ago.
Yeah, so check them out. Weekend Friends. They got about 62,000 monthly listeners. Check out his cover of them or his review of them. They're a great band. I really
Very
do.
good. Very good band.
That I threw them up on the daily playlist. So
Mhm.
good. I have American Hollow. Think like if Deftones stayed in new metal, but still had like a
Oh.
Deftones sound, but
Okay.
with like 2 singers instead of 1, and like
Hmm.
really great. I
Okay.
would call
I'm
them
hooked.
like new metal core kind of,
Oh.
because
New metalcore.
so they've got like some elements of new metal and they've got like some metalcore going.
I can
Just-
see that. The breakdowns.
Just the breakdowns,
Yeah.
dude. Really great stuff. Really loud. Really pissed off. I really liked it. Only 25 monthly listeners. It seems like they're newer, but they're really great stuff. I kind of don't want to tell you guys about these other ones because I might feature them. Knife Bride, if you like a good electronic metal, like the old
Oh.
Health here.
Yeah.
39,000 monthly listeners.
Okay.
Good industrial kind of metalcore stuff. Really great. A lot like Health, but heavier.
Mm.
I like them. There's 2 bands that I don't want to talk about because I might feature one. Or two. One is Beach Bugs, 155 monthly listeners.
155.
Yeah. So apparently they're supposed to start out as like this hardcore punk band.
Mm.
This decided not to. So they got like this kind of chill surf rock kind of thing going.
Okay. Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Yes,
Okay.
very good. So I might.
What's
I
the
might
name
have to
again?
do 'em. and then
Write that down real fast.
cactus for
How do you
breakfast.
spell that?
Cactus for breakfast.
Cactus
Yeah.
for breakfast?
Cactus for breakfast. Don't eat cactus. For breakfast. You'll get sick.
Nopales?
If they're cooked right. So they have 4.4 thousand monthly listeners. Just really cool, laid back, kind of like Jack Johnson-y almost. Like,
Okay.
Hey.
like sit down, just relax. We're gonna sing you a little song, and it just made me feel good. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you too much because I might feature one of the two.
All right.
Anyway, but check
Cool.
them out on the playlist. Who's next?
Want to go next?
Go next.
I'll
Go
go
for it.
next. I'll start with one I know I won't feature. He had a little bit more popular, 187K listeners. Don't know how it's pronounced. MNDSGN. Munsing?
Einstein.
Mindsign?
Mindsign?
Sorry if I'm killing that, but think more electronic. The best way I would describe him is psychedelic jazz.
Psychedelic jazz.
Psychedelic jazz.
Okay.
It rocks.
I like psychedelic.
It's weird. I think you'll love it. But yes, it's a really, really good music. Really good chill music. It puts
Okay.
you
Okay.
it puts you to ease.
Yeah.
Not something that I was looking for, but it came into my playlist this week, and man, I played it often. I also had The City. Going out on a limb that you won't steal it. So maybe something that might be featured in the future.
Okay.
Okay.
But a band that sings primarily in Spanish, but they have a few songs in English.
Okay.
The City, a very new wavy, very post-punk.
Mhm.
About 12.2K listeners.
Mm.
Very good music.
Good.
Alex
just-
Vile.
Just one sec. Magic Jack is back. We saw him on one of our first.
Oh, Magic
episodes.
Jack,
I do
what's up,
remember.
Yeah.
A great taste of music.
He loves metal, old school, hip hop, jazz, Japanese jazz, fusion city pop. I'm everywhere. Oh yeah.
All right,
Us
we
too,
did
guys.
Mindsign, MNDCGN. If you like some jazz, that's some
There it
really
is.
psychedelic jazz. You'll love it.
Also, if you like Japanese music, you could check out what was
Mono
it?
Ware.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. They were good.
They were
Three
extremely
episodes
good.
ago?
Huh?
105, right?
I think
Yeah, I
that
believe
was
yeah,
somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that.
Mono Ware. Very good Japanese band.
Sorry again, Magic Jack. You're catching us at the end of the stream again.
That's cool. Then. Welcome back.
Good.
Welcome
Thank you.
back.
Yeah.
Another one for you. I have for you guys. Alex Vile, an indie band, about 22K listeners. Very good. Female-led. Front singer. Just rocks. And then Day Lily, another indie band, 1.2K listeners.
Okay.
Okay.
So and I did add a lot of strokes this week as well because I was in a stroke inspired argument
Oh.
part of this week, so I like to do my research.
We might have to argue this next week. 'Cause
Yeah.
you got me. I'm gonna have to go. When you give me some
Some inspiration?
shit about Paramore, and
Oh.
I can listen to all the records.
Should we go back to
that-
the hot
that-
take segment?
Yeah, that's right.
It was a little bit hot takes on the strokes, and
Yeah.
I have my opinions, but I had to do my research before I have my opinions.
There you
So,
go. There you
so
go.
there was a weak, heavy stroke inspiration, so I might as well share that music with you guys.
Yeah, and thanks, Magic Jack. We saw him live at the Dia de los Deftones. In
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
awesome.
live, guys.
Really good.
It's really good.
Oh, everybody there was friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's see here. Magic Jack. Love music because it helps me release my emotions.
Like Amenra
Mhm.
helps me a lot with
helps me a lot of
emotions.
emotions.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're here at RockMental. Channel those emotions, channel those feelings through the rock, and help you get through it. That's what we're here.
All right.
Cool.
Chaotic. What did you have this week?
You know, I didn't want to put a lot of Metallica. I listen to a lot of Metallica. It's just, it's just like my default, it's just Metallica. But
Yeah.
I want to go back. Well, there was one band called Kingsmen. There's a bunch of bands called Kingsmen, but this one's out of Providence, Rhode Island. Really kick-ass stuff. Really, really good things. There's a song called Trial by Fire. Really good. Magic Jack if you want to check out some really hardcore stuff that talks about the feels. They're really good. I also want to feature two bands that I featured before.
Oh.
So first up, I got Lockjaw. Lockjaw was,
Very good
I think, our second episode featured.
Something like that.
They're awesome metal band out of DFW. If you don't know them, they're actually on tour. They kicked off their Texas tour yesterday. Out in Fort Worth. They're going to be making the rounds all across the Lone Star State. We are definitely going to catch them in May. But they put out a cover of Alice in Chains' Them Bones.
Ooh.
It is fucking good. It is so good. So good enough that SiriusXM actually featured them.
Ooh.
They on SiriusXM.
It's my favorite Alice in Chains.
They do it justice. They do it justice, and they give it that lockjaw twist.
All right, yeah, Magic Jack. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I will give it a fair review.
Yes, please.
All right,
So,
Magic Jack says, "I appreciate you guys. Metal can cry too. Men can cry too. Very
That's right.
true.
That's called emo.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
we cry too, man.
I cry once a week.
Yeah.
exactly.
You got to let it out.
He says that Bell Witch is also a great band.
Oh, Bell Witch.
We'll have to check them out.
We'll check those guys out. All
Bell
right.
Witch.
Write in my notes.
Cool.
Where'd you put
So
it?
also in the playlist, Air Release. I know I talked about Air Release
Earlier?
before. We talked about
Yeah.
last week. They actually put out a new song called Wrong Decisions.
Mhm.
The new single, really good.
Nice.
Very good. It rocks. It's fast. It's heavy, but it's really good.
Is it still that like Linkin Park?
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
Linkin Park. If you like Linkin Park, you guys are gonna like Air Release. Also part of that Italian metal renaissance that's going on. They're leading the charge. They're gigging up and down Italy apparently. There's a lot of
Nice.
stuff going on. I had no idea Milan was gonna be the center of the metal, the new metal resurgence there in Europe. So check them out. Really good stuff. So that's what we also like to do. Like all the bands that we feature, if they got new stuff going on, we try to let you guys know, just so you can go on and listen and kick some ass.
Oh yeah. I forgot to mention I added a single from the Callous Dow Boys. Really, really great song. It's called Lemon. A new single from Eka Vandal.
Like a Vandal.
She's really great too. If you haven't heard her, the single's called Cruising to Self
Nice.
Soothe. She's really great.
Yeah.
Like this is more pop punky,
Hey.
but just
Okay.
really, really great. I really like it.
Okay.
I jammed it at least 30 times this week. The boys are sick of me.
All right, and Magic Jack again. I support you guys. I love the vibe, dudes. Keep up the good work.
Hell yeah, Magic Jack.
appreciate
We
Magic
support
Jack.
you too, dude.
We
Wu-Tang
support-
forever.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang is for the kids
Forever.
and forever.
Oh, Sebastian comes out. Imperial Slaughter.
Out of Dallas.
They're out of Dallas. Okay,
Ooh,
we're writing
real
these down.
Yeah, we got lots
See,
of bands to look up.
This is what the community is about. We
Yes.
kind of give you all a little sense of what we're listening to. You guys do the same, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll feature the next episode. We're gonna do this. Let's see. My Slaughter. Okay. Cool.
Imperial Slaughter. And then the
Awesome,
other
guys.
one was Bell Witch.
Bell
Bell
Witch.
Witch. I got Bell Witch, Imperial Slaughter, and Lockjaw's cover of Them Bones.
Yeah, it is awesome. It's on the playlist. You can find these playlists on this episode playlist is gonna be on the post on rockmental.com. Check out the post there, and you'll have links to the bands that we feature, their web pages or their band camps.
Yep.
But we'll also feature this our playlist for this episode. Also, if you go to rockmental.com/music, we have a playlist for every day of the week. We have Morrissey Monday, we have Taking Back Tuesday, we have Riot Girl Wednesday, we have Taking Out the Thrash Thursday, and we have Feel Good Friday. I can't believe I remembered all that.
Yes.
But we load up these playlists to kind of give you a sense of what we're listening to, what we like, and every once in a while we'll throw some new music in there. So check it out, rockmental.com/music, or visit this episode link when it's up, probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right.
I think that's it, boys. I think we did did our jobs today. So I want to thank everyone watching. Thank you for joining. Shout out to our recent subscribers. Thanks to Magic Jack for coming back,
Yeah.
hanging
thank
out
you,
with
Magic
us.
Jack.
We love you, Magic Jack.
Thanks,
Seabass, thank you for participating.
Thanks, Seabass. Thanks, Oscar.
Oscar,
Yanka,
Yanka, thank you for
Yanka.
saying I have the best band.
And then did Baines show up?
Oh, yeah,
Baines.
Bane did show up.
Baines, that's right, Baines. Thanks for coming out. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe and notifications button. And remember, we got some merch. Remember, follow RockMental Official
Mhm.
on
At
Instagram.
RockMental
We're
Official.
gonna put up a
Yeah.
promo code later on in the week.
Yeah, for 5 free.
First 5 people
First
to
5 people get a
order-
free shirt
you
or
get-
free hat.
free hat. One of these, it could be one of these hats. We'll feature them on there. So go on rockmental.com and let us know what you
Yeah.
think.
And while you're at rockmental.com, check out rockmental.com/help. We got some resources for you there. Again, 988. Whether you're in crisis or not, whether you know somebody in crisis or somebody that just seems to be having a hand up looking for some help, dial 988. They've got a lot of resources.
That's right.
A lot of resources for veterans, a lot of resources for caregivers. So please, check them out. We also have rockmental.com/helping survivors. Some information for survivors of sexual abuse and sexual assaults. Information about what kind of rights you have, and maybe possibly even some legal assistance.
That's right.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please catch us next week where we'll be on at the same time. We're working on something big for you guys for next
Mhm.
week.
Mhm.
So please stay tuned and come back. We have a lot of fun doing this and we have a lot of fun interacting with you guys. So please come back and chat with us
Yeah.
while we're here.
Yeah, we have a new segment out.
That's right. Mayhem, you do.
Yeah, music theory with Mayhem. So we talk about the real origin of grunge music.
Ooh,
Oh,
A
controversial.
little controversial.
Controversy.
Yeah, some rage bait for all the metalheads out there. But it was actually really fun to put together. I really enjoy putting stuff together like that for you all. So check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So Baines Menace says, "Awesome show. Have a great day, you too, Baines."
Awesome
Yeah,
show,
Baines.
Baines.
And then Sebastian says, "Good seeing y'all now after Papa Roach."
Good
Oh,
seeing you,
Papa
Seabass.
Roach.
Enjoy that Papa Roach.
Yeah.
Rock Papa Roach or emo Papa Roach?
Yep.
I think it's all Papa Roach.
It's all Papa
All
Roach.
Papa Roach.
T-Bass, we're at the age where we need to stretch before we get into the
Yes,
mosh pit.
hydration.
Hydration.
Banana.
Hydrates. Yes.
All right. I appreciate everybody for watching. Again,
right.
make sure to check out at RockMental Official on everything. And then head over to rockmental.com. It's our hub for everything, like episodes, music, things just we like to talk about, like our personal blogs, I guess.
Yep.
We have some resources there, like Mayhem said. And yeah, thanks for watching the stream. Don't forget to subscribe and like all of our videos.
That's right. Thanks,
We're
Punk.
almost at 2,500. Let's get there.
Let's get
Oh,
there,
yeah.
everyone. All right. Have a kick-ass week.
Appreciate you. I've been Figure the producer. We got Mayhem. We got Chaotic. We got Groompy.
What's up?
Thanks for watching.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out.